Good morning. Happy Friday. Welcome to your Pilates class. Today, we will keep focusing on our legs, on stretching, so finding equal parts work as we do release. Let's get started standing on our mats. All right. Oh, let's do this one today. We haven't done this one in a while. So we're going to have our back foot slightly turned out. Our front foot is parallel, and take a moment to just transfer the weight forward and back between your two legs. Notice what's happening in the joints, the knees, the ankles, the hips. From here, have the palm face upwards. Reach it forward, reach it side, reach it back and around. And do that little loop to keep that palm facing the ceiling the whole time. The image that is sometimes used with this is as if you have like a piece of pizza or like a pizza pie on the hand, and you want to keep that palm facing the ceiling the whole time. And let's reverse it in towards the hip, internally rotate that arm, and sweep it around in towards the hip, internally rotate, and sweep around, feeling that chest start to open up, the weight transferring between the 2 feet. And let's go to the other side, setting up the feet and feeling that transfer of weight. Notice if there's any creaking joints. I know that, I don't know if you can hear, but my ankles are snapping and popping right now. Waking up the joints. Bring that palm to face the ceiling. The palm faces the ceiling the whole time. We reach it forward, side, around, and then we do a little loop. Again, forward, side, around, feeling everything into the rib cage, the chest, the shoulder. And now we reverse in towards the hip, internally rotate, and bring it around. In towards the hip, internally rotate, bring it around, feeling that as well into that spiral, ribs, chest, back. Good. And bring those feet into parallel. And then just swing the arms, giving the knees a little bend. And from there, let those arms come down. Good. Let's do a little for the legs today. Hands on the hips. Transfer the weight to one side. And let's open and close that knee like a hinge or a book or whatever image works for you. Place that foot down. Go into the other side. Open and close. Seeing if we can keep our 2 hip bones level and facing the front the whole time. Might add a little extra challenge to that balance. Place that down. First foot, we bring that windshield wiper action in and out. So we're really feeling that femur bone, our thigh bone rotating in our hip socket. Lower that down. Other side. Feeling that femur rotating in that hip socket. Taking notice if you have more mobility, externally rotating or internally rotating. And you can probably see on this leg, I definitely have more externally. than I do internally. Place that down. Coming to the other side, that little can-can dancer stirring action. So we're isolating that lower leg. We're trying to keep that thigh exactly where it is and rotate in the opposite direction. Place that down, other side, stir. And go in the opposite direction. Place that down, shake out those legs. Starting to feel a little bit warmer in the joints. Coming to our Pilates parallel. Take a moment to rotate those shoulders back a couple of times. Maybe even bringing the tips of the fingers onto the tops of the shoulders. And do a couple of these kind of like chicken wing rotations. And then let that land with the two shoulders going out directly to the side. Feeling those ribs not popped, but down and knitted together. I have incredibly tight pecs, so this is actually a bit of a challenge to feel open in the shoulders without the ribs popped. Maintaining those wide elbows. Feeling that breath a couple of times here. On our next exhale, let's see if we can engage the core and feel the bottom of the torso come up and everything come in and narrow towards each other. Lower those hands down. Let's go into standing foundation. Inhale, bending those knees, feeling those arms draw all the way up. And on the exhale, lengthen the legs and press the air away with those arms. Let's do that a couple more times. Inhale to bend. Exhale to press. And on this side or on this exercise, feeling the opposition energy. So as much as those knees bend, that spine goes up. And on the exhale, as much as those legs lengthen, the arms go down. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Press and come up to those toes. Feeling that balance. Noticing where that's living today. Gently lower those heels down. One more time. Inhale to bend. Exhale to press and up to the toes. Gently lower those heels down. And let's go to the front of our mat for our standing roll up. Let me just do this real quick. There we go. Standing roll up. Here we go. Inhale, dropping those arms down to come up. Exhale, dive it forward. And while we're here, take a moment, bend, stretch, do what you need to do, hang over the legs, waking up the calves, maybe even the bottoms of the feet, the backs of the hamstrings, feeling that head heavy and lengthening that spine. Doing what you need to do here for our first hamstring stretch of the day. You don't have to force it. You can let this one be nice and gentle. On your next exhale, bend those knees and roll up through the spine. Roll those shoulders back. Inhale, arms up. Exhale it over. Inhale to stretch. Exhale to bend. and roll it up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale it over. Inhale to stretch. Exhale to bend and roll it up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale it over. Inhale to stretch. Exhale to bend and roll it up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale over. Inhale. Exhale to bend those knees nice and deeply right into our little stretching series. Reach one leg all the way back into a nice long runner's lunge. We'll be here for about 5 breaths. And of course, if you want, you can always bring that knee down to the ground if you want a slightly deeper stretch. Let's place that knee down, transfer the weight back, flex those front feet, or front foot, I should say. There's only one there. And let's go into this hamstring or calf stretch, depending on where you're feeling it. And we're going to let gravity do its job and slowly let that torso sink down towards the leg. And from here, transfer back to that long runner's lunge. Tap that back foot in, bend the knees, and reach our other foot all the way back. We'll be here for about 5 breaths as well. If you need to touch that knee down to go a little bit deeper, please do. And when you're ready, transfer and flex that front foot. Slowly letting that torso go down towards your shin. Or maintaining where you are, depending on how you're feeling today. And from here, transfer that weight back, tapping that back foot up to the front of the mat until your feet are parallel. Place the hands on elbows and let that extra weight lengthen your spine all the way down. And on the exhale, bend your knees and roll all the way up, rolling those shoulders back. All right. Good stuff. Lateral bend. We inhale one arm all the way up. We exhale it over. We inhale. And on the exhale, we reach and we curl forward and roll up the spine. Other side, arm up. Exhale it over. Inhale. Exhale to reach, carving that forward and rolling it up. One more time, each side, arm up and over. Inhale. Exhale to reach and carve. Roll all the way up. Last time, arm up. Exhale it over. Inhale. Exhale to reach and carve and roll all the way up. Let's bring the feet as wide as our mat and let's exhale to curl. Really feeling that belly button going towards the wall behind us, almost like it's going through the torso, through the spine and out the back of the body. And then inhale, lengthen the legs, bring that heart up to the ceiling. Exhale to curl. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to curl. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to curl. Inhale to lengthen. Last time, exhale to curl. Inhale to lengthen. Good. Coming back, and let's come down to our mat. All right. We haven't done this in a while, or maybe we have done it recently and I just cannot remember. Let's go into a nice long roll down. Palms are facing the ceiling. I wonder, no. Actually, yes. Let's try this today. We're going to have the legs slightly turned out. Our heels are going to be together. And we're creating like a long diamond shape in the legs. Not a short diamond shape, nice and long. And let's just see how this feels today. So our legs are going to have a little bit of external rotation. Our arms are going to have external rotation as well. Take an inhale in. And on the exhale, feel that belly button leading us down. Notice that the shoulders are down and away from the ears. Breathing deeply, see what's happening with the legs. Maybe you can just even give those like a little shake. Continually feeling and reinventing that belly button going down towards the back of the spine. And let's find that shaky place. One more big breath here. Take a big inhale in. And on the exhale, we melt the whole thing down in 3, 2, 1. The back of the head touches the mat. We take an inhale in. Oh, and on the exhale, feel that core engage. Bring those feet up to the mat. Take an inhale in. On the exhale, core engages. And we open one leg to the side. Inhale it up. Maintaining those 2 hip bones facing the ceiling the whole time. So we're starting to stabilize that core as well as working that leg independently of the torso. Yes, they're connected by joints and muscle and tissue and all of that, but they are separate. There is a joint that lives there, that little hip socket. Coming up, and now we'll go into our marches. Exhale, 1 foot up and down. Maybe place a hand on those ribs, making sure that they're knitted together. Just a couple more of these. Just starting to find and establish our stability, and our core. Good. While we have the knees bent, let's place the hands by the sides. Take an inhale in. And on the exhale, feel the core engage and come on up to a bridge. Take a moment to give the hamstrings a little poke, making sure that those are nice and engaged, and that the glutes, if they are engaged, it's only a light engagement, not a big solid grip. Lower it down. Inhale in. And on the exhale, ribs connect. Bridging up. Inhale at the top. And on the exhale, lower down. One more time. Exhale it up. Inhale at the top. And on the exhale, lower down. Reach those legs long. Hands are by the sides of the hips. Take an inhale in. And on the exhale, core engages, cervical knot, and exhale to roll it up. Inhale at the top. And on the exhale, melt it down. Let's try this with the palms facing the ceiling again. Exhale, roll it up. Exhale, melt it down. Exhale it up. Exhale it down. Exhale, roll it up, feeling the spine peel off of the floor. And on the exhale, feeling each vertebra being placed on the floor individually. The head is the last thing to arrive. Let's do it one more time. Exhale it up. Sitting up nice and tall. And from here, let's just find a twist on one side and the twist on the other. And twist it out. And twist. And come forward. Feeling that head weighted down, the legs nice and long. Oh. Sit up nice and tall and roll it down. We're going to go right into the hundreds, followed by single leg stretch, double leg stretch, double leg stretch with rotation. You know the drill. Here we go. Take an inhale in. And on the exhale, you feel the core engage. You double knee fold. You come up to tabletop. You inhale. On the exhale, core engages, cervical knot. Reach those hands and in. 2, 3, 4, 5. X. 2, 3, 4, 5. In. And X. In. 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 And X. Reaching everything up. Lower the head down, bring the knees into the chest, rock it side to side. Touching the feet down, bring the arms to the side, and let's inhale, dropping the knees to one side. Exhale them up. Inhale to drop. Exhale, sequentially go up the spine. Inhale to drop. Sequencing through that spine, bringing those knees up to neutral. Inhale to drop. Exhale it up. Reaching those legs long. Arms are by the sides of the body. Take an inhale in. On the exhale, you feel the core engage. You double knee fold. You come up to tabletop. You inhale. On the exhale, core engages. Cervical knot. Hands behind the head. Elbows wide. One toe reaches opposite pit to bent knee. In, switch. In, switch. Exhale, switch, and exhale, switch. And now we pulse. 2, 4, 5. Switch. Pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch. Pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch up. Pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5. Legs to tabletop. Hands on the sides of the knees. Inhale and inhale. Exhale. Toes and fingers reach long. And you come back in. Inhale and inhale. Exhale. Coming in and inhale and inhale. Exhale. Coming in and inhale and inhale. Exhale with rotation and inhale and inhale. Exhale, rotate. And coming in and inhale and inhale. Exhale, rotate. And coming in and inhale and inhale. Exhale, rotate. And coming in last time. Rotate. And coming in. Lower the head down, bring the knees into the chest and rock it side to side. Holding on to the fronts of the shins, take a big inhale in. On the exhale, core engages, head comes up and rock up for rolling like a ball. All right, all right. So this past week at Sender 1, we have been working on seal, which looks a little like this. We will do rolling like a ball into seal, but just take a moment to look up here. This is what seal is. So my forearms are supporting my calves and shins. I like to hold my pinky toe side of my foot in my hands. Notice that my pinky toes are rotated downwards, not upwards. This position of the foot weakens the outside of the ankle. So if you've ever sprained your ankle, you know what that feels like, and we don't want that. So we're going to have those toes turned down a little bit just to keep that outside part of the lower leg engaged. And then from here, we take 2 inhales in and we click our big toes together. On the exhale, we do a rolling like a ball to the back. So we round through that back, rock it back, and at the top, we do 2 inhales and 2 toe clicks. And on the exhale, we come back up. And hopefully yours look a little better than mine. That was not my best work, sorry. But first we're gonna warm up with rolling like a ball. We will do 4 of them, and then we will do 3 seals. Here we go. Rolling like a ball. Take a big inhale in. And on the exhale, engage through the core, looking towards that belly button, rock it back, bring it back up a little bit slower. Exhale. We go into number 3, exhale. And the last one, exhale. Hands come under, supporting the outside part of the foot, and we go inhale, inhale, rock it back. Inhale, inhale, rock it back up. Inhale, inhale, rock it back. Inhale, inhale, rock it back. One more time, nice and slow as humanly possible. Inhale, inhale, exhale, rock it back. And inhale, inhale, exhale. Rock it up. Good. Do what you need to do here. Shake it out, stretch it out. We are going to go into our roll over now. 1 second. It is getting warm. Going into our roll over. Here we go. We're nice and long on our mats. We take an inhale in. And on the exhale, let's feel the core engage. Let's double knee fold and come up to tabletop. Feeling those pinky blades of the hands on the floor. Inhale, those toes go up to the ceiling. And on the exhale, we roll over. Placing the hands on the lower back, getting just a little bit longer in the torso. Inhale, separate the legs and flex the feet. And on the exhale, roll down through the spine as slowly as possible. And on the inhale, point the toes, touch the bunions together. Let's do 2 to 3 more of these. Exhale, roll it over. Inhale, separate and flex. And on the exhale, roll down. Inhale, point the toes, touch the bunions together. Exhale, roll over. Inhale, separate and flex. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, point toes, touch bunions together. Exhale, roll it over. Inhale, separate and flex. And exhale, roll it down as slowly as possible. Challenge yourself. Good. Point those toes, touch those feet down to the mat. Reach them long. Take an inhale in. On the exhale, feel the core engage. Double knee fold up to tabletop. Inhale. On the exhale, core engages. We cervical nod. One toe goes up, one toe is long, and we inhale. Inhale, switch. Exhale. Exhale, switch. In and in. Switch. X. And X. Switch it in and in. Switch. X. And X. One more set. In and in. Switch. Exhale. And exhale, 2 toes reach up to the ceiling, reach those hands forward, and we lower. Coming up, we lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming up, we lower 4, 3, 2, 1. Up and 3, 2, 1. Up and 2, 1. Up. And now we just hold it. 2, 3, 4, 5. Bend those knees. Bring them into the chest. Rock it side to side. All right. Good. Bringing those feet down, reaching those legs long. We want to start preparing ourselves for a hip twist today, which is a slightly challenging exercise, but we've done it before, and I know that we can do it today. And if you don't want to do it, you don't have to. That is up to you. So we're going to do leg circles, but it's going to look a little bit differently today. Instead of doing these teeny tiny circles where nothing moves in the torso, I'm going to do half a circle nice and big, and then bring it back up. And then I'm going to go in the opposite direction. I want to inhale and then exhale. Inhale, half a circle. Exhale, half a circle. So we'll do it 4 times on each side, and the pattern of the leg goes like this. Half a circle and up, and then you retrace. So if you think clockwise, counterclockwise. So we have this constantly reversing itself action happening, which will be translated into hip twist later on in class. Here we go. Leg circles. Take a big inhale in. And on the exhale, feel the core engage. Do a single knee fold up to tabletop. Inhale, that toe goes up to the ceiling. I recommend finding a little external rotation in that leg so the knee goes outwards. And we inhale half a circle, exhale it up. Opposite direction, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Lower it down, lengthen the leg. And on the next exhale, feel the core engage, single knee fold up to tabletop. Inhale, that toe to the ceiling. Find a little external rotation. And we go. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Last time, inhale, exhale. Lower that knee down. Reach that leg long. Take a big inhale in. And on the exhale, feel the core engage, cervical nod. Roll it all the way up. Now that we're sitting, I'm just going to switch positions so it's a little easier to see. Sitting up nice and tall. If you need, you can remove the flesh away from the sits bones. If you feel like you can't quite get up on those sits bones, give the knees a little bend so that you can. And we will go right into spinal twist. Palms are facing the ceiling. And you can bring those heels a little wide to find a nice sturdy base. And we go inhale, twist, 2, 3, exhale, center. Inhale, 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 exhale, center. Growing tall, grow taller, grow the tallest. Inhale, center, and tall, taller, tallest. Inhale, center. Palms into the center of the body. Take an inhale in. Getting ready for saw. And we exhale. 2, 3. Inhale, up other side. Exhale. 2, 3. Inhale, up. And exhale. 2, 3. Inhale, up. And exhale. 2, 3. Inhale, up. One more time each side. 2, 3. Inhale, up. And exhale. 2, 3. Inhale, up. Put the hands behind you. Shake out those legs. We will be back in a seated position like this in a moment for our hip twist, but we'll give we'll give our little hip flexors a break. We'll do some work on our tummy, and then we'll go into hip twist, and then we'll do some rotator work, and then that will probably be it. So let's come onto our stomachs. Finding a comfy cactus position. And while we're here, take a moment to breathe a couple of times with the forehead on the mat. And when you inhale, see if you can get the area in between your shoulder blades. So sometimes I like to think of that area as my heart. And can you get that area to expand and puff up towards the ceiling? And on the exhale, feel that belly button come up and off of the floor like a little suction cup. Breathe like that for just a couple more times. Really feeling the backs of the ribs fill with air. And on the exhale, feel that core nice and engaged. One more time. And on the exhale, feel that core engage. Take one more big inhale in. And on the exhale, feel the core engage, feel the back engage, and bring the face up. Feel those shoulder blades going in towards each other. On the inhale, let's increase by putting a little bit of pressure into those forearms. And on the exhale, let's melt the whole thing down. Inhale. And on the exhale, core engages, back engages, and you bring the face up. Inhale to increase. And on the exhale, you melt down. Inhale. And on the exhale, core engages, back engages, and the face comes up. Inhale to increase. And on the exhale, you melt down. One more time. Inhale. And on the exhale, core engages, back engages, face comes up. Inhale to increase. And on the exhale, adjust those forearms into your Sphinx position. Take an inhale in. And on the exhale, two legs hover. And we inhale. Inhale, kick, and exhale, kick. Exhale, kick, single leg kick. And exhale. Inhales. And exhales. And inhale, kick it, exhale, kick. One more time, in and exhale. Lower the legs, lower the torso. Bring those hands to the sides of the bodies for double leg kick. Take an inhale in. And on the exhale, feel the core engage. Hover two legs off of the ground and exhale, kick. Exhale, kick. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, exhale. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, kick. Exhale, kick. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, and exhale. Inhale, coming up. Bring those legs separate, arms separate, and in, switch, exhale, switch, and exhale, switch, in, X, X. And in, switch, exhale, switch, and exhale, switch. Reach everything long and away from the torso and press back to a child's pose. Take a couple more big breaths here, feeling the back open up and release. And when you're ready, let's come to bring the feet on the mat, sitting up. Hands are by the sides. We'll just do a little bit of prep work for our positioning of hip twist. We'll go into hip twist and then we'll finish up with some rotators. We take a big inhale in. And on the exhale, let's feel that chest flare open and come up to, I don't know what this is called, an opposite bridge almost. And on the exhale, melting those hips down. Now let's see if we can resist those hips down into the ground without just plopping them, right? So we're going to find control and stability and not release and give in. Take an inhale in. And on the exhale, coming up. Inhaling at the top. And on the exhale, melt those hips down nice and gently. One more time, just like that. Inhale. And on the exhale, coming up. Inhale. And on the exhale, melting it down. And then bring those forearms around the shins and just take a second to find that nice and relaxed. All right, all right, all right. Cool. Let's do hip twist, the dreaded moment. But it's good for us. It's good for us. This is the stuff that makes us nice and strong. So in hip twist, we've done this before, so we already know that we're working with those circles reversing on themselves each time. We are going to have a nice wide and flared chest in our stance. And from here, we have two options. So you can either be on the palms, or you can come a little bit lower on the forearms. What is more important than whether you are on the palms or the forearms is if this is not happening. So do you see how my chest is all of a sudden concaved and I'm sinking into myself? We want to avoid that. So we want to think of almost growing up and out of the chest the whole time. So we are continually pressing and growing that torso, and we're not sinking and collapsing into it. From here, I'll do a quick demo and then we'll do it all together. We take an inhale in, and on the exhale, I feel the core engage. I do a double knee fold and I come up to tabletop. On my inhale, I lengthen my legs, and then I go exhale, inhale, and then I go in the opposite direction. Exhale, inhale. And we will do that, let's do that 8 times. So 4 times in each direction, and then we'll shake it out. We'll take a little stretch break and end with our rotators. And you can also play, if you only want to do 2 with the hands on the mat and then finish on the elbows, that's also an option. So here we are ready. Before we even begin, we feel ourselves growing up and out of our shoulders. On our exhale, we feel that core engage. We do a double knee fold. We come up to tabletop. We inhale those toes along the diagonal. And we go exhale. Inhale it up. Exhale. Inhale. This is 3. Inhale. Halfway there. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale. I forgot the breath, and just keep breathing. And up. 2 more left. Good. Bend those knees. Whew, hug those shins. Take a second. Good stuff. You know what? I actually want to go into rotators right now, and then we are going to end on a nice little stretchy note. So let's come to the sides of the body. Getting ready for some rotators. Here we go. So even while we are here, we feel a light engagement through the torso. So just because we're working the glutes does not mean the core gets a break. Take an inhale in, and on the exhale, open up. Inhale at the top, exhale to close, exhale to open, exhale to close, exhale to open, exhale to close. Bring those shins up, and we exhale to open, inhale to close, 2, and close, 3, close, 4, close, and a 5, and close. Lower the shins, open the knees, hover the toes, find that internal rotation, squeeze the knees together, draw a big circle with that knee, bring those toes together. Internally rotate and squeeze, draw a circle, the toes. This is 3, and a 4. Last time, 5. And then we extend that leg Finding that rotation so the toes really face the ceiling, and we circle. 2, 3, 4, other way. 2, 3, 4, bring it parallel and circle. 2, 3, 4, parallel. 2, 3, 4. Let the whole leg hover above the ground. Lift it up. Squeeze that little rotation out from the top. Bring it back parallel. Let it hover. Lift it up. Rotate. Parallel. Let it hover. Lift it up. Rotate. Parallel. Let it hover. Bend it in. Whew. Give it a little tap out. And let's go to the other side. Okay. So we are here. Take a big inhale in. And on the exhale, we open up. Inhale at the top. Exhale to close. Exhale it open. And exhale it close. Feeling that core engaged nicely still. Last time, exhale to open and close. Hover those shins up. And we exhale to open. Inhale to close. This is 2. And close. And a 3. And close. This is 4. And close. And a 5. And close. Lower the shins, open the knees, hover, internally rotate. Feel those knees squeeze together. Draw a big circle with that knee and find those toes come together. Squeezing the knees and squeezing the toes. And squeeze those knees and squeeze those toes. I think this is 3. And toes. 4. Toes. And 5. Toes. Lengthen that top leg, keeping those toes rotated up towards the ceiling. We circle. 2, 3, 4. Other way. 2, 3, 4. Bringing those feet parallel so the toes are facing front. Circle. 2, 3, 4. Other way. 2, 3, 4. And then we let it hover above the ground. We lift it up. We rotate it. We bring it parallel. We hover. We lift it. We rotate it. We parallel it. We hover it. We lift it. We rotate. Parallel. And we bring it to hover. We bring it in. And give that leg a little tap out. Good. Great. From here, let's come up to those knees. Let me adjust this real quick. Coming up to the knees. Find a nice big tuck in that tail. And if you ever do bedtime stretches, this will be familiar. The more you tuck that tail, the more you're going to get into the front of that hip. If you want to get into that psoas a little bit more, bring that arm up and over. Breathing here for just a moment, really feeling the front of that hip yawn open. Take one more big breath in. On the exhale, go a little bit deeper and then come out of it. Let's switch sides. Finding a nice big tuck in that tail, inching it forward. The more you tuck, the more you inch, the deeper you'll get into the front of the hip. Bring that arm up and over if you want to get into the psoas. And we'll be here for about 5 to 6 breaths as well. Really tapping and making deliberate big inhales and big exhales. I know the front of the hips can be quite intense and sensitive and tender, and a lot of things are held in the front of the hips. So let the breath remind the hips that they can totally release. And come on out of that. Let's come down to the back. Going into our figure 4 glute stretch. So grabbing behind the hamstring, our front foot is flexed. And we'll be here for about 5 to 6 breaths, releasing the back of the leg. And you can try rocking side to side here if that feels good. And on your next big exhale, go just a tiny bit deeper. Release it down and switch sides. And once you kind of on this next side, find that good stretchy place where you're really into the muscle and you can feel the benefits of that stretch, take a moment to breathe there, investigate it, maybe find some rocking if that feels right. And again, continuing with those long and deliberate breathing patterns. Breath. Take a big exhale and let that go just a little deeper. And let it come down. Come onto the side of the body, push it up. Find a nice big straddle and sink forward for our last stretch of the morning. If you have time, you can totally continue stretching, but I think we're almost at time here. We'll do a couple more breaths here, feeling the body slowly go down towards the ground. And on the exhale, slowly come up. Bring those legs in, shake it out. Thank you very much for joining class. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.